Good evening and a very warm welcome to the Grassroots Weekender show. And as you can hear, I'm not too good. Chest, cold, it's come on me so bad. Last night I had to cancel the Young Commentators show for the simple reason is I didn't want to pass this on to them. So I told them all to keep away from me, which they did. And reluctantly I had to cancel with it the whole show because I wasn't up for it myself anyway. Picked it up in work. But it's one of those things, I suppose, got to live on, get on. And I apologise for not having last night's show on, due to the fact that I was unwell. And I think everyone will excuse me, but if you were tuning in looking for the show, then I apologise. Especially to all our followers, we're getting quite a few now on SoundCloud. Thanks very much for the follow, by the way, all guys. Really do appreciate it. Anyone wants to follow us, then please simply just follow us on SoundCloud. DXTL TV as well. Subscribe, it's free of charge. Why not? Follow us there on the YouTube channel. Well, what a hectic week we've had. Not just for me in work and this coming on to me, but the announcement, and I've got to say it, haven't I, of Jurgen Klopp. Probably everyone's hero on Merseyside, well, the red half of Merseyside that is, and the blue side excuse me, are partying like mad, because Jurgen's going. But to the blue side, just a quick message. Remember when it happened with Bill Shankly? Again, I think the blue side are partying. That'd be it for Liverpool. And the mighty Bob Paisley then took over. And you don't have to go into detail there, do we? So, I think Liverpool have already hired someone up. My honest opinion, because if you look at the players all knew about it in November, and they've kept it under wraps. And Jurgen has announced it, and to be honest now, it's becoming a little bit silly. It's non-stop, all over the TV, the news, social media, and he's still got a season to go basically. So everyone, don't get me wrong, has a choice. They either stay in a job or they either leave a job. It's everyone's choice. It's up to themselves, you know. And I wish Jurgen Klopp all the very, very best within the future. There was just one I'd like to, if I was asking Jurgen about the pressure of the job and all that now, and you can't go on and on and on. Well, I think it was the wrong time to announce it. I think if they were looking already for the manager and they already knew, I think they should have left it a little bit longer for the fans, and Jurgen could have carried on as they normally do, and it wouldn't, you know, it's a shock now. It would have been a shock if it was a little bit later on. It made no difference. But all the backroom staff leaving as well, I start thinking myself, why are all the backroom staff leaving before they have someone coming in, unless, as I've just said, they already have a manager coming in who wanted his own staff to bring along with him. I don't know what it's going to be, but hey, it remains to be seen. But we're talking about pressure of the job now. Pep Guardiola, there's the pressure. That man's facing 115 charges, I think, from the Premier League. And City just won the treble. They're looking, they could do it again this year, nothing stopping them, the way they're playing. Now, there's the pressure. If the pressure of football is taking on a challenge of 4 trophies, wow, I don't know. You know, managers are paid an absolute fortune. I'm not saying, you know, stay Jurgen. I'd love him to stay, don't get me wrong. But I'm only going by the quotes that we're hearing, and obviously what Jurgen's talking about. that he can't keep this up year after year after year. He did sign an extension to his contract, but I think it's the backroom staff, my honest opinion, the backroom staff would want to leave and go on to better things, and Jürgen's probably said, you know, without this lot, what's the point of staying in, you know, get on great with them all. They want to leave and they go on to better things, so I may as well call it a day myself, because without them, it mightn't be the Jürgen Klopp that we all know, because he had a really, really tough and fantastic backroom staff. They all seem to get on great with the players. And at the moment, if the players already knew that he was leaving in November, then they're doing a brilliant job, aren't they? They're doing a brilliant job. Now it's all out in the open. Will they even open up more and play even better? Because the new manager's coming in, and my honest opinion, I'd have a new manager shadowing Jürgen at the moment. I really would, if that's the case, unless that's what they want to do. Bring them in, sit them on the side of the bench and learn the ropes. That'd be a great idea. It really would. Let's see if that happens. I don't know who I want. I really don't. It's hard to say what managers. Everyone's talking about Xabi Alonso now. That is just a link to Liverpool. He was an ex-player. You know, you're starting talking about ex-players. You may as well say, I'd love Virgil van Dijk to be the player manager, because I think he'd be a hell of a manager in the near future, my honest opinion. But those days have gone, hasn't he? Player managers, they really have, unless Virgil wants to retire next year. You never know, do you? Next season. Anyway, I couldn't even say who's available, who's good enough, who's the top man in the job. I really couldn't. I don't know. Stevie G, he hasn't been so successful at the moment in his managerial careers. I don't know whether he could take on Liverpool, or is it just a routine? You have got the players. Maybe even I could do that. If you got the players, then it goes without saying, don't it? If they're performing for you, then you're the top manager, aren't you? You really are. He's left us some great players. He's got some great players in. Where does this leave Mo Salah? Where does it leave all the players? Who's moving on? Who would stay for the new manager? I'm not too sure. Trent. All these players that can make us a fortune. Is it that they want to sell them, make a fortune on them? The owners, I don't know. But I think there's more to it than Jürgen just leaving them up pressure. That's just an excuse, pressure. I don't think that man can handle pressure. He's been through it many, many times before. And he wants to leave it for at least 12 months. Well, okay. Give him 12 months off, bring someone in, and then bring him back. That's my opinion anyway. Well, there you go. Best of luck, Jürgen. And I'm sure all the Liverpool fans are with you. I know the Everton fans are like that now. Bring them down to our level. It'll never happen. It's not the players leaving. It's only Jürgen. So it just shows you the blue side of things, how scared you were of Jürgen Klopp. No wonder you hate him for everything that he's winning us. But if you think that's an end of an era, then there's a new one just beginning. That's my opinion. And I think Liverpool have always got a way of rising to the top. Okay, there you go. As you know, I'm not too well. I've forced myself in. I need to do the show. We had a game today, and I couldn't give the kids 110%. I tried. It was hard to do. The kids didn't win today, but it was a great battle. At the end of the day, could have gone either way, and the kids didn't seem to be up for it either. One of those things, I suppose. You need to be up to it. You need to start playing well. You need to be a team, and you need to start having good attitudes. And it still is dependent on the kids' attitudes, whether they win or lose. That's my honest opinion. But well done to St George's. Bernie, great result for you. Yeah, what more could you say? Anyway, it was a good day at the North Liverpool JFL. Even the telly's had all Jurgen Klopp all over again. It gets too much sometimes, you know what I mean? End of. He's gone. It's great news for Sky Sports. They can't stop now. They're all made up. Debating now who's going to be the new manager, who's going to do this card. Anyway, it's a grassroots football. Yeah, it was good. North Liverpool, JFL, well run again. And the referees seemed to be okay there. Didn't seem any animosity towards the refs. The kids were enjoying themselves. And it was a very mild day on the weather side of things. So what more could you say there? We had some tough weather over the last few weeks. Today was mild. And we just enjoyed it. It was one of those things. Kids can play better. We know that. They need to play better. Anyway, it wasn't to be today. It wasn't our day. St George's Day. What more can you ask for, as they say? Keep going. Keep being strong. What was your line like today? How was it towards the referee? No ref, no game. Don't forget that. I'm sure it's getting better within grassroots football. I really am sure of it. And you've got to be proud to all the teams who take part and the kids who enjoy themselves. You really have. I've just looking at the way things are happening in grassroots football, and you know, I want to concentrate on a campaign called More Play, Less Pay, because it's probably killing a lot of teams out there, and the fines and things that are happening within grassroots football, it just makes you wonder what we're doing, how managers are coping, coaches are coping, more and more admin. Do you know, I signed a player on the other day, honestly, the rigmarole through it, you know, what's your date of birth, what's your photo, send us a photograph, your date of birth, your email, all loading up to the whole game system. Then you've got to wait for the registration, get it finally sorted out. It's like a professional item, you know. I wish we still had these simple cards where you get a photograph. There you go, everyone could be checked there and then. The admin is just unbelievable. You know, when I finish this, I have to go and put the scores through on the whole game system as well, and the North Liverpool JFL League. It's just too much to do. If you can go up, like I'm not feeling too good, and I'll just probably doze and forget about it. And it's so easy to forget about things. It really is. But what more could you ask for? What more could you ask for? Anyway, grassroots football is back. It's nice to see it this weekend. If you're out and about tomorrow, then please make sure that you show loads of respect on and off the field of play. Keep everyone bubbly, keep everyone happy. Attitudes make better teams. Honestly, good attitudes make better teams. And you tend to, if you have a laugh and a joke at the start, I think it all rubs off and then everyone's happy. You can't blame the referee for everything, can you? You really can't. You need to really look into yourselves if you're having to go up the ref and accusing the referee of losing you the game. It's not the way it is, not the way it is. Got to keep our referees within the game, got to keep them all totally happy about and see what happens when they come onto the pitch. You know, shake the hands of the referees, make the kids shake the hand of the referee at the end as well. It makes a difference, it really does. But it's nice to see our kids now start to shake hands, getting on with the game. Because first of all, they're all too shy doing it. But what can you say? What can you say? If you're out and about, please make sure, because our Respect Awareness Weekend is on the 6th of April, and I'm just finalising things now, getting the shirts organised. I'm going to send a copy over to the PGM are well to get verified to make sure that they're okay. And it's one of those things, but I need, if there's any teams out there that want to support us and get things done, ask your kids to design something, develop something, what they can give to a referee on that weekend, make it a weekend to remember, bring the referees, the kids together, bring them all together, because as we say, without the referee there is no game. And we know without the coaches and the manager there wouldn't be a game either. And we know if there wasn't a committee there wouldn't be a league. So it's everyone in a circle of grassroots football that makes a difference, especially the managers and coaches. Because I think, and I believe, the be all and end all, without them there wouldn't be grassroots football, there really wouldn't. So you have to take your hat off, that's where it begins. That's where it begins. But hey ho, it's one of those things. And the time is really going slow because it's hurting my throat trying to talk. So excuse me. You're probably saying, what are you doing on here, man? Why don't you just take it easy? Why don't you rest? Because you feel guilty. I do feel guilty if I don't get the message out and about and across to everyone in grassroots football that respect is so important when you're out and about watching the kids play football. I've seen a massive difference in grassroots football, I really have, since I've been on the sidelines. Not just with the kids, just with the management, with the parents. It really is tough. It really is, honestly. And to be honest, you need to keep teams together, you really do. But it's going to be tougher, and it's getting tougher. Through all the changes that's going on now, you accredited teams now, is it, you know, unless you're accredited, you can't be in a league, you can get benefits. What's the benefits? Discounts on your courses. That's not a benefit. I think all that volunteers should be on free courses. I really do. I think they should be paid for by your county FAs, whoever it is. When the fines come in, donate it to the grassroots football side of things and make it really easy for everyone to be put on courses. There you go. If referees want them, then free course. Teams want them, free courses. That's my honest opinion. That's the way it should work. But it remains to be seen, doesn't it, what we can do with all these new ideas. But I still after the stats, I'm still waiting these stats coming out of how many referees walk away from the game. They've got them stats. But how many coaches, how many teams are folding, who's walking away from the game, why are they walking away from the game, how much fines did they get, how many cases has a manager won against the referee in the local county FAs. Obviously you need those stats, badly need those stats, and I'm sure if we put the pressure on we will get those stats sent out. We need them, we badly need them, because if you're telling me that every manager, every coach is wrong against the referee, then there's something wrong with the system, because I can't see that. I really can't. And I think it needs to be a fair hearing. Sometimes it's not, because I know that the referees are always right, and I've heard that they'll always be supported by your county FAs. They're never wrong. So in other words, you put a report in, we'll act on it. But unfortunately a manager or a coach can't put a report in, it'll never be acted on. Well, they can put a report on or in, but it'll never be looked on favourably. I'd like to see those stats, see if I'm wrong. A lot more people have asked me the question, and a lot more people have supported me, saying, well, I think it is right, stats should be, if you get the stats in, they should be disclosed and put out to the public. They need to see them, and obviously, well, verified as well. So yeah, we're pushing for that, and if anyone wants to get behind me, mal@don'ttexttheline.com. Add me as a friend on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, all the social network sites. Anyway, we've come to the end of our show. I'm sorry I'm not 100% right at the moment, but we'll get there. And if you've got anything that you'd like to put to me, or you know, in a nice friendly manner, mal@don'texttheline.com, add me as a friend on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, all the social network sites. Send me a message if you believe that something is not right within your league or on your pitch, and you want to report any verbal abuse, aggressive behaviour, then simply get in touch with me at mal@don'texttheline.com. When I say report, have a little chat to me. You know, you'll be anonymous. We won't disclose it, but we will pass it on to your local county FAs for you. Okay, thanks for tuning into the show. We'll be back again tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. From myself, Mal Lee, and all the team here at the Grassroots Show, Don't Cross the Line, Ref Spec programme, and our Heart of Gold initiatives, No Ref, No Game. We'll see you tomorrow at 7. Have a great evening. Good night. God bless.